Hey everybody, it's Wallace Russell from CoachWallaceRussell.com. Today's question, am I good enough? Let's get into it. So the way that question is phrased, it's incomplete. So the first challenge I have with that question is, good enough for what? And you may say something like, am I good enough to be loved unconditionally? Am I good enough to be paid what I'm worth? Am I good enough to have a happy life? Am I good enough for people to give me the respect I deserve? I can work with that. But there's something else. What does good enough mean? I mean, how do you measure it, right? Is it in pounds and ounces, in some sort of metric conversion table? Is it the amount of good deeds? Is it the time you've put into it? And what does good enough even mean, right? Do all good little boys get everything they want for Christmas? Do you believe that just because you're good enough, you should get whatever you want? The third challenge is that you need someone else to do something for you, right? If you're good enough, someone else should give you something, right? Like you've had some agreement that they may not even know about, that you may feel is even common sense, that requires that once you've achieved a certain level of goodness, they should give you whatever it is that you believe you deserve. The fourth challenge with that is you want someone else to give you something instead of getting it for yourself. I mean, it implies that, right? Like you're good and someone should do something for you, not you do something for you. Maybe you feel like you're owed. Is that how the world works? Like you do something good and you should get whatever you want? Is that what you believe? Do you look at people and say, I've been good, so you owe me? Instead of doing it for yourself? The challenge is that we don't live in a world where if you are good, you're always or maybe ever going to get what you want. That's not necessarily how the world works. I'm not saying it's right or wrong or good or bad, but if you are committed to someone else giving you something because you've been good and you just want them to tell you, how good do I have to be so you'll give me what I want, that does not put you in power and position in your life. If you want something, you have to be the author of making it happen. If someone else has to give it to you, if you have to convince them, you are not in a powerful place, and you may not be able to bargain well enough or even bring enough to the table that will guarantee you get what you want no matter how good you've been. But moving that to the side, the original question is, am I good enough? And there is an answer. Fortunately or unfortunately, the answer to am I good enough is unequivocally yes, you are good enough. You've made mistakes, but so what? Your value as a human being, a living person on this planet is beyond measure. Listen to me closely when I say you are worthy. I see you, and you are more than good enough. With that foundation, we can build. But now what? If even being good enough doesn't guarantee we get what we want, doesn't guarantee we'll ever get what we want, no matter how hard we work at it, no matter how much we feel we've deserved or earned it, what can we do? Well, consider a different question other than, am I good enough? Because that's not a powerful question for you. Maybe ask instead, how do I get what I want from this world? And be specific about what you want. If you know what you want from this world, you can make a plan to get it, and you can achieve that. If it's a bunch of things, well, you may need a bunch of plans. But if you want something in this world, you may have to build it or create it yourself, regardless of what you feel you were due, regardless of what you've been promised. You are going to have to do it. Now, how do you get what you want from this world? Well, that's a question for another video. Good luck. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Please consider liking and subscribing so that I can continue to bring this content to you each week. If you have a question or something you'd like to talk about this video, or maybe to suggest content for future videos, please do so in the comments below. If you'd like to have a one-on-one or a free consultation, please hit the link below to set up an appointment. I look forward to hearing from you. Again, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.